Hello, and welcome to Voices in Education. I am your host, Natasha Lee. Hello. Welcome to another live. If you're just tuning in to this channel, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, listener, subscriber, welcome back. It's been a minute, right? But I'm here, you're here, we're here. And we want to have this conversation. It's like, the debate before the actual event. And so we know that the Diamond League final it's coming up this Saturday and Sunday in Eugene. And I guess we have lots to talk about in the context of Elaine, Sha'Carri, and Shericka. We have been, I guess, listening, and there's, a lot in terms of expectations from these athletes in particular for the 100 meters women final there on Saturday. And of course, we're going to talk about, other persons coming up. So I do have, the entries and, that from the Diamond League page there. So I'll share that information with you. But for sure, I would love for you to give this video a like. All right, hit the like button, hit the subscription button if you have not yet subscribed to this channel. And for sure, let's keep the chat going. We want to hear from each other. This is a safe space where we can share and learn from each other. All right, so welcome. And please hit that subscription button. Please hit the like button and also share. And let's get the conversation going. Stay tuned. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, welcome to another live conversation. And yes, we'd love to hear from you. You can share in the live chat and you can also call the WhatsApp number that is on screen for sure. This is Voices in Education, and we would love to hear your voice. So, this conversation is about the Diamond League final, that 100 meters for women debate. And for sure, would love to hear from you in the context of expectation and encouragement, and also lessons that we can take away to apply to our everyday life. And for sure, I'm looking right now in the chat. All right, trending sports and entertainment. Welcome, welcome, KJ. Hello, welcome back. Thank you, thank you. And trending sports is saying, I can't believe Elaine made it. And she is a true champion. Okay, so for sure. And for those of you who perhaps, may not be aware, of Elaine's, comeback, and we've been seeing this since the Jamaica trials, right? So Elaine did not qualify for an individual event for the World Championship, so the recently concluded World Championship there in Budapest. But we see that Elaine is really continuing strong and ending the season strong. And in Jamaica, we would say one did no dash away, right? And that is important. It's never too late for a shower of rain. And we see that Elaine has been improving and getting really strong pretty much toward the end here, pretty much at the end of the season. And for sure, we've heard from Elaine, saying that I've cried, like I cried for 2 weeks. And so again, when we think about our failures is how we decide to react, and our reaction can determine if we move forward, or if we just remain in that sad situation. And so for sure, we see that. And trending sports and entertainment, thanks for bringing that up, because definitely she is a true champion. All right, for sure. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And Mr. Safe Space, I am happy you're back. Thank you. Miss you guys too. Happy to be back. And it wasn't that I was gone, gone, gone. I did some, episodes, and perhaps you guys missed those because I came on a bit earlier. But for since Monday, right? The last episode I did was Sunday. So since Monday, right? But I am happy to be back, and I'm happy to see that, persons are still here. Life happens sometimes, and while life is happening, you just have to deal with it. All right, you just have to deal with it while life is happening. So welcome, 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 and welcome back. For sure, I do not want to be the one, talking away this evening. I would love to hear from you. But in the meantime, what I can do, I can share with you. All right, let's do that. So day one on screen right now, and you're seeing the entry list there for the 100 meters women final. All right, so you look at this, you see Asha there, Asha Smith, Hobbs, Jackson, Imani, Natasha, Sha'Carri, Talu, TT, and of course, Elaine Thompson era. And so pretty much this is the entry list, as you can see there from, Diamond League, the Prefontaine Classic there, all right, in Eugene. And this is what the 100 meters will look like for women. All right. So in this context of things, I would definitely love to hear from you, so you can see on screen. I believe this will give us a better picture as opposed to me, reading. So hopefully I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed that my screen is okay for this, live, and we get the opportunity to see on screen, as we talk, and expectations, encouragement. So you can see the times there, and we can definitely talk. So the times are there: season's best and personal best. And you will see that for all the athletes here. So right now we have three Jamaicans, sorry, Jackson, Morrison, and Thompson. And then it's pretty much Sha'Carri. Oh, Sha'Carri and Terry pretty much carrying the US flag. Then we have Obs there, we have Asha Smith and Imani there, and Talu. All right, so this is a pretty good field, and I would love to hear from you. What are your expectations, and who are you looking forward to seeing, in your top three, yeah, first, second, and third positions. I would love to hear from you. Is there a debate really though with Sha'Carri, Elaine, and Shericka? Would definitely love to hear from you, because persons are saying Elaine could perhaps come back and win this one. And it's like, okay, now Shericka has the opportunity to prove to us that she can, I guess, win a race with Sha'Carri in it. So lots here to talk about. So this is what the 100 meters women entry list is looking like. And let us just transition. And the 100 meters men list is up on screen now. And as you'll see, this will be day one. So these are the events for day one, not all. I basically pulled the ones that you'll find Caribbean athletes, at least, yeah, represented there. So for sure, this is day one. The 100 meters men entry list is now on screen. We have Blake, so Akeem Blake, Johan Blake, Bracy Williams, Coleman, Artman, Lyles, Omaniala, Tebogo, and Thompson, Kishane Thompson. I am like, whew, I would love to see Kishane Thompson. I would love to see Kishane Thompson in this final. Like, of everyone here, I want to see Kishane. For sure, I want to see Kishane. And if Kishane shows up, he's going to show off. As long as he's here in that start, like, he's going to show off. So I would love to see Kishane for this one for sure. Because what if Kishane is in there and Kishane outruns Lyles? Just something for you to think about. So for sure, I would love to see Kishane, right? I would love to see Kishane. Definitely love to see Kishane. So this is what the 100 meters men entry list looks like. And for some reason, Simbini, and Simbini, I remember, let me just double check that in terms of points, perhaps should have been in this one. So I'm not sure if it's a case where he was not able to make it. So if you have that information, you can share, but I guess I'll come back to that, but not seeing Simbini in this one. But let me just pull up to let you know what the points were looking like for Simbini here. I'm just trying to get to point standing here. And let me see where Simbini, yeah, Simbini was at number 2 there. All right, so on 28 points. Not seeing him in this one, so I'm not sure what's the situation or what's the context, right? So not too sure, because as we were seeing, And we're seeing Akeem Blake. So I guess some persons are just not in because Akeem Blake was sitting at the number 9 spot, right? Noah Lyles was there to Coleman, Bracy Williams, or all of these persons got in. Let me see. Yeah, so I'm not sure. So perhaps some people, I don't know. Okay, Bramel is not in this one. So Bramel, so that spot would have been available, right? And for sure, Simbini, and I'm not seeing Fred Hurley. All right, so I guess, all right, so if you have information, you can just share and let us know what's up with that. All right, perhaps they're not doing well, not too sure what's happening, but that's the context there. All right, so that's your 100 meters men, and that's still day 1. All right, and still on day 1, 400 meters men. And in this one, Caribbean, we're looking at Kirani James here, and Rasheen McDonald, as well as Ogando. So Alexander Ogando from the DR. So we have some representation there. So this is what your 400 meters men entry list is looking like. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, welcome. We're definitely going to have a conversation about, the debate, Elaine, Sha'Carri, Shericka. Who will win? Will Elaine be able to prove a point at the end of the season? Can Shericka show us that, okay, I have what it takes to beat Sha'Carri in a race? Will Sha'Carri continue, winning, I guess, dominance there from Budapest? And so those are some questions, and would love to hear from you in that regard. If you're just tuning in, welcome, welcome. Please remember to hit the like button to help out a friend, right, who may not have their post notification turned on. And also, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscription button. Voices in Education here is a safe space where we can share and learn from each other. All right. So welcome, 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 welcome. All right, so right now let's move on to another list here. So shot put women, day 1. And in this one, we have Thomas Dodd. So we'll see her day 1 performing, and, hoping, for her to do her best there for sure, as with all the other athletes. So that's what's up there on your screen. So we should see Danielle Thomas Dodd in that, representing the Caribbean. All right. So welcome, welcome. And again, please remember to hit that like button. All right. Do not be afraid to subscribe to the safe space, and let's continue to grow together. All right. So this is what shot put is looking like. And long jump men, and now we're at day 2. Kansi, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening, everyone. I am hoping you're all well today and enjoying your family. I wish lots of God, good grace, and many blessings for us all. Thank you so much, Kansi, and right back at you. Blessings, and I hope you and your family are doing very well too. All right, so here we have Tajay in this one and Nairn. All right, so Tajay there and Nairn. So this is what day 2 is looking like. And again, these are not all the events. I tried to pull the ones with, Caribbean representation. So just to highlight that again. All right, so let's go on and see what's next. All right. Now day two, 400-meter hurdles women. And we have Rochelle Clayton here, Genevieve Russell, all right, from the Caribbean, from Jamaica, representing the Caribbean in this one. And of course, you have the big name there, Thinkable. And definitely we'll be tuned into this one for sure. Erwin, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm doing fairly good. How are you doing, Erwin? All right. So we're just going through the entry list here. And again, I tried to capture the ones with Caribbean representation. And, we'll just go. We're at day two now. So I guess a few more to go. And this one now is the 400 meters women, so the flat event. And in this one, we have Abrams from Guyana. We also have Candice McLeod, Jamaica. We have Paulino from the DR and William Shade from Barbados. All right, so some good representation in this one. Another good event to watch. All right, so again, this will be on Sunday, day two of the final. So we'll have day one and day two. All right, so this one will be day two. Awesome, Erwin. Hello to you. Hello to you there in St. Lucia, Erwin, and to all the people of St. Lucia tuned in. Welcome, welcome to the Voices in Education. Would love to hear from you, Erwin. Keisha, hello, hello. Welcome, Keisha, welcome. All right, so and this one now, the 110-meter hurdles for men. And this is a day two event, all right? So in this one, we just have answer from the Caribbean. So we have answer parchment in this one, but this is going to be a good one to watch as well. So look out there for Holloway. All right, so another good one. All right, another good one, and quite a few US athletes, so Britt, Crittenden, Holloway, Roberts, Tinch, all right, so quite a few there, and answer there, sole Jamaican, sole person representing the Caribbean in this one. So another one to look out for there, all right, so day two. The 100-meter hurdles women, all right, this is also going to be a good one. So in this one, from the Caribbean, from Jamaica, Megan and Danielle, all right? But we also have some other big names. So we have Ali, we have Amusan, Toby, Camacho Quinn, Kenny. So again, we should see a very good race in this one. I am so excited and nervous at the same time. Why are you, Erwin? Let me know. All right, let me just go to this call. Hello, caller, you're live.
Hello, Dr. Shirley. How is it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Just had to touch base with you. Some good information that you're sharing there. I'm just so elated that Elaine was able to make it to the final because we were talking about that last week. Wondering if she would make it through, but she did enough to make it through to the final, and she's going to add another dimension to the sprinting. The 100-meter sprinting, because you have the likes of Sha'Carri and Shericka. She was the one that was missing from the World Championship, so she's here now for this Diamond League final. So this is amazing. It's just speak volume to the how the race will probably pan out. I can't wait to see what will happen as it relates to that.
Wonderful. So do you believe that Elaine is ready to take this one, or it is still just work in progress in terms of, just assessing each race, and then just trying to put in some more preparation for next season?
Well, good question, but this is the way I'm going to answer that question. Based on performances that I have seen since the World Championships final, that 100-meter final where Sha'Carri won at 10.65, right? I think Elaine is one of the women who is running the fastest time after that. So I am thinking that she's in pretty good shape, and I think she will challenge for that number one spot based on what. So she's really in contention, but based on the performances of the ladies over the last few weeks, it gives rise to good competition because you can't ever write off a Sha'Carri with that 10.65. You can't write off a Shericka too because remember Shericka won the semifinal heats at the World Championships where Sha'Carri placed down the field too. So these athletes are doing really well. On a given day, any athlete can win with the right start, right mindset, and the right focus. So that's why this race is going to be so breathtaking.
Okay, for sure. So, in this context, then, of what I'll call a debate, given the different views or perspectives that, are shared, regarding this 100 meters, run for women, do you believe that this is a time where Shericka pretty much has to prove that she's able to outrun or, win a race with Sha'Carri in it?
I don't think Shericka has anything to prove. She has beaten Sha'Carri before. Sha'Carri has beaten her as well. I wouldn't put my focus here. I would place my focus on executing a good race. If all the athletes execute their best race, it's going to be an amazing finish. So, as an athlete, you have to just concentrate on what you're going out there to do and make sure that you take your A game out there. Because anything less than that can cost you the race. So, you go execute your best. If you do your best and you're beaten, then you can walk with your head held high because you know that I did my best and that person is better than me on that particular day. And that's the kind of approach that I want all the athletes to take. You go out there, do your best, and the best athlete who execute the race on the day will will probably win.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Let me just go in the chat here a bit, just for a brief moment here, Ruren. So I'm just looking in the
No problem.
chat, and Concy saying, "Now I am praying that Elaine will go out and do her best for herself and Jamaica. I will be praying for her. I think Elaine and the other Jamaicans will do well." All right, awesome. Thanks for sharing there. Hansi and KJ. Super stickers and chat is on. All right, KJ, thanks for highlighting that. That the super chat and super stickers are now available. And Erwin, I want Elaine to win and Shericka to get second. Okay, all right, Erwin, thanks for sharing that. So that's another perspective there. All right. And Keisha is saying, I don't like that they, Eugene, pre-Fontaine Classic headline, TT on the 200 meters instead of Shericka. They are so biased. TT is not definitely, not a factor, not even to break 22 seconds. Keisha, I'm not sure. I didn't see that, but perhaps it's a Nike thing. I'm not sure. Perhaps TT is, sponsored by Nike. Perhaps. Don't quote me on that one. I'm not sure. Perhaps Nike has something to do with that. Not too sure. All right. So Erwin is saying Shericka is not running the 200. Erwin, can you let me know why Shericka is not running the 200? Well, the last update that I heard was that she wasn't sure if she was going to do the one, but they were going to make some decision. So if she's not running the 200, it means that she's not going for the record this time. All right. Why is Shericka Jackson lane 2? I'm not sure. Where did you see that, Erwin? You can let us know. All right, so on screen, this is the 100-meter hurdles for women. This is what your 800 meters for women, all right, entry list looks like. And in this one, we have Natoya Gould topping, all right, pretty much the only athlete in this one from the Caribbean, from Jamaica. So this again is day 2. Keisha, I'm not sure if it's lane 1, I think that's based on the scores. I don't know. I did not see a lane assigned, but I could have missed that, all right? Could have missed that. But Shericka in lane 1, I'm not too sure, but I could have missed that. And here is your 200 meters for men, day 2. And you know what it looks like. And we have Uganda from the DR in this one, representing the Caribbean. All right. So I'm not sure in the context of Irwin, if that's what you're referring to, Keisha. I did not see an update regarding Shericka not running the 200, so I cannot speak to that one. All right, I'll have to double check that. And for sure, you have some big names in this one. Nighton, I guess the favorite in this one. And here is the 200 meters for women entry list. And we have Shericka from Jamaica in this one, and Antonique Strawn from the Bahamas in this one, all right? So 2 Caribbean athletes in this one. And of course, some other names. We have Talu, TT, all right? So quite a few Americans in this one as well, all right? So this is where, I'm not sure if this is the lane. I doubt the lanes are assigned as yet, but I'm not sure they listing them means that this is a lane that they're in. Not too sure. All right, so that's the list there. I'm just going to go back to the top. So guys, you can see the number again. All right, so I'm just checking there in the chat. So not too sure. This is perhaps the list that not necessarily lane assigned based on the order that they're represented, because usually they will have, a column there with the lanes assigned. So this entry list took a little bit of time to be on the website. So perhaps the lanes are not yet assigned. I'm not sure, but I'm going to keep checking for you. All right, so Ruren, back to you. All right, so perhaps Ruren will drop in when he's ready.
Yeah, I'm back. I am not sure if those are the lane placements either, but I know usually they try to put the top athletes in the center of pass. So the athletes who are doing the best in terms of time normally go to the center of the track. So usually lane 3, 4, 5, 6, and probably one of those lanes. So I'm not sure those are the lane placements, and I don't know how soon they do the draws for the lanes as well. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but let's see how things pan out, and hopefully things work in our favor in terms of for the Jamaicans, and they will do well.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm just checking the website again. I am not seeing where lanes are assigned, right? Because let me just look back on Brussels just to see. I know that they had like a specific column for that. All right. So perhaps it's just not in as yet, and maybe I'm not going to see, but let's just see.
You could check the times too and see if they are organized in terms of time that they have their
It
classes
could
time
be
or
that.
whatever in terms of time.
It could be that. It could be that. Or in terms of point standing. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So let me just go back to the point standing and see what is happening with that. All right. So again, I'm just
Yeah.
double checking the
But
points.
just to say something about Shericka, I guess this is a tough call for her too, because she could probably the possibility lies that she could go double if she runs both races. That possibility is there, and it's probably she concentrates on the 200 possibility lies where she could go close to or even surpass the record. And if you're looking at it from a financial standpoint, then probably she would decide that, well, I'll forget about the record and do both events so I can earn more. So I guess it's a lot of she has to make some decisions that relate to that. What she really and truly wants from the race, because it could be where she's saying that this is a good opportunity to make some money too. It's a good opportunity to make some money if she breaks the world record, but she's not sure about that. She's, almost guaranteed a win in the 200 meters, and she can be very competitive in the 100 meters. So, I'm thinking that she would finish in the top three at least in the 100 meters, and if she runs the 200 meter, then that's for almost a sure win for her. So it's interesting to know how they would they reason out these things, because another aspect of it is that they, so much running in such a short period could have significant toll on the body as well. So it's a balance between a lot of stuff, performing your events that you love, the money that is available that you could possibly make, and also the wear and tear on your body. So as Shericka would say, she and coach will have to work out that and see what's more important, or I guess what's more profitable. So that's kind of how I'm doing it. But it's interesting to see what race she will she will run, or the races that she will run, and the times that she will return. But Shericka undoubtedly is having an amazing season. So you know anything that happens here in terms of positives would be the icing on the cake for her season. So it's interesting to see. We just have to wait and see how things pan out. Because nothing beats time, and I guess when the time comes, we'll see exactly what happens. Well, I'm not sure about the persons who are in the chat. What would you want to see Shericka do? Would you want her to do the 100, 200 meters, or just focus on the 200 meters to break the record, or focus on the 100 meter to try and state her claim that she is the one of the top 100 meters in the female category. So I don't know where they're going to focus, but it's a lot to digest, and a lot of possibilities that exist out there. So this is interesting to see, just to see to figure out what will happen. So yeah, I can't wait for the weekend to come to see exactly how things pan out.
Okay, so for sure, in that context, for sure, but For me, I would love to see Shericka in both races. I believe she can do it. And given that they're going to be, on separate days, I believe that with that, she can get some time to come back for the 200. I mean, there are no rounds, but we'll see. Shericka has nothing to lose in, either event. I mean, more to gain if she wins the 100, but absolutely nothing to lose. Sha'Carri perhaps would be the one who would have something to lose if she should, not win that 100. I'm not sure in terms of form. We saw her like what once since Budapest, perhaps. So, and she has not been, she missed an event too. So we're not sure where she is, but perhaps she has, enough rest to come back really strong there in Eugene on Saturday. So we'll see. And she's pretty much just doing that 100. Keisha, I see your comment there with cousin Gabby. All right. And Erwin, if I were Shericka, I will give my best on the 100, but most importantly, I will give my 1000% on the 200. All right. Some good points there. All right, guys, remember to hit the like button and also hit that subscription button if you have not yet subscribed to this channel. All right, so remember the numbers on screen. You can definitely call in. We would love to hear from you. All right, so don't be afraid to call, and also you can share in the chat. Ruren, back to you.
Yeah, guys, you feel free to call in. We love to hear your voice and hear how you reason things through. I think based on what I asked earlier, most people are, wanting Shericka to do both events. And, this is my thing though. I think that probably if she does both events, she might not be able to go for the record. So that's just my only fear. But I would love if she could do both events and do well in both. But I have never been a professional athlete, and I don't know exactly what they go through in terms of recovery time for for different events. So it's I guess it's going to be up to her and her coach making that final call. But let me ask this: was she listed for both 100 and 200 meter races, or it was?
Yes,
Or
yes,
she's listed for both?
yes.
Okay, understand. Well, it's interesting to see what she does. Really interesting to see what she does. But as I said, most people tend to want her to run both events, and that's okay. Like for me, I'm thinking I've always shared this since she has been having such a good season. I'm saying that wherever she's able to get that record, just get that record. That would be awesome. Once she gets that record, she will be one of the most decorated athletes as it relates to that 200 meters of all time, because that record has been there forever. And it would be, good to see that record change in hands. So if she can get that off her back, I'm sure that would give her loads of confidence going forward. And, maybe she could even lower it time to come. But I would love to see her breaking that world record. Will she do it? I'm not sure. See, as everyone is saying, the conditions would have to be, perfect. I think she would have to run a perfect race as well. So everything would have to align well so that she can, execute a race that is worth remembering. So, this is what athletics is all about the competition, all about pushing your body to the limit to see if you can, etch your name in history. And, she has been doing a good job at it. So hopefully she has more gas in the tank and she'll be able to, be able to pull off some good races.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And Keisha is sharing in the chat here. Shericka said herself that she would like to run the 100 meters also, since the events are different days. She also said it will give her a blow to prepare for the 200 meters. Yes, I heard that, but she wasn't too sure in terms of the decision that, the coach would take. So it would have been, I guess, a decision made by both of them. So for sure, it sounded as if she really wanted to double. So, and it was just now for coach to pretty much say, okay, that's okay. So for sure there, Keisha, thanks for sharing. All right. So, Ruben, I'm going to put you on the spot. So I'm going to just pull just show you this list here on screen. Could you let me know your top?
Okay.
Let me see your top four. What would your top four look like, and in what order?
Well, if for the 100 meters, I'm not seeing that yet. So as soon as that pop up on my screen here, I'll give you my list. But I think those three ladies you have on that first slide here would be in my top four. So Jackson, Thompson, and Sha'Carri would be in my top four. And I'm looking down the list to see. And I guess I can't rule out Alu. So probably that would be my top four. Jackson, Thompson, Richardson, and Kalu. Those would be my top four. In
Okay.
terms of finishing in order,
Yes.
in terms of order, I am kind of leaning toward Elaine based on the improvements that she has been making over the past few runs. So I'll give Elaine the edge over Shericka, Sha'Carri, and Tal. That's my.
So you're putting you're putting the world champion in the number third position, like third. That's where you're putting Sha'Carri.
Yes, that's where I'm putting her though, because she has been resting, yes, but I'm not sure how ready she is for competition because I realize that's something that's important as well. You don't want to overwork and you don't want underwork, meaning that you're not race ready. I'm not saying that she's not race ready, but she's not been in any competitive race for a few days. So I am foreseeing that probably that could work against her as well as could be, work for her as well. But I'm thinking that the other girls are more, have more track time and they will to be, performing a little bit better than her in that. So that's my prediction.
All right. So in the context of time for this race, what do you believe the winning time will be?
Well, in terms of time, I think it's going to be in the 10.7s. So I'm thinking the winning time is going to be about 10.75. That's what I'm thinking. It's going to be about 10.75.
And you're saying Elaine is going to win this one with about 10.75.
Elaine winning that one in 10.75. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right, so that's an interesting take there. For sure, I would love to see a win for Elaine. Woohoo, Thompson girl, Thompson things, for sure. And I'm not sure where Elaine is, and I know that Shericka is still in some good shape. And well, I can't wait to see. And I can't rule out a Sha'Carri for sure. So Elaine is coming back with that determination and that drive, which is good, that fire, that passion, that she has, or she's back at that place where she's, preparing and assessing. But I am wondering if this race is going to be like a 10-5 race, a 10-6 race. You said 10-7, but I'm just thinking about that in the context of the track, and that track is a fast one. I believe it's this very same track that Elaine did her 10.5 for. Knowing that, I don't know if Elaine is going there to lose this one for sure, but based on what we have seen and her comeback, I guess this would be another opportunity for her to go up against, Sha'Carri again. So it's going to be an interesting one for sure. It's definitely going to be an interesting one. And so I guess you're settling the debate and you're saying that Elaine is going to take it, and your expectation is that it's going to be about 10-7-5. All right. So what encouragement then would you give to Elaine for, in this context?
Well, I can't say much to Elaine right now, apart from saying just keep on doing what you're doing, because whatever she's doing is definitely working. So keep doing what you're doing and just go your keep a clear head, clear mind, and just try to get it all together and expect a good race. She has all the experience, she has the titles to show for it. So this shouldn't be such a big stage for her because she has been there and done that before in terms of the experience. So I'm just saying, try to get everything aligned and just execute a good race.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. The chat is a little quiet. If you're just tuning in, welcome, welcome. Welcome to another conversation. Our focus is predominantly this evening on the women 100 meters. They're, coming up there in Eugene on Saturday. All right. So you're looking at the entry list there on screen, and will it be Elaine? Who is going to win for you? What are your, expectations, words of encouragement, what would you like to see happen? What do you believe is going to happen? And, would definitely love to hear from you. If you're just tuning in, welcome, welcome. Please remember to hit the like button. Also hit the subscription button if you're new or if you have not yet subscribed to this channel. And as well, share, share, share. And also turn your post notification on so that you do not miss any updates. All right. So hoping that, someone would call and share some, your views, your perspectives on this, on this topic that we're having a conversation about. And so far, we're pretty much saying, okay, Gabby's not here. So with the 200 meters, do you believe that, Gabby missing from that one could be okay? Shericka not getting enough pressure to the curve, or, Shericka just knows that she has to do this on her own, right? Like, who sing that song, On My Own? Like, is it Whitney? Perhaps, I am not afraid to try it on my own. I believe so. So she's not afraid to try. We saw her trying there in Brussels. She got the Diamond League record. Not the record that she wanted, but it was really a pretty fast time, 21:48. All right, so definitely fast there. And Shericka, I guess, has that expectation going into Eugene, but not yet confirmed because I saw one comment earlier stating that she's not running the 200. So I am not sure what is happening there, but I would want to believe that she's going to go for the 200, or the double at least, the double. I would want to think that, but again, I don't know. And I guess persons can withdraw. And maybe that's why this list was, took a bit of time before it was published too, because they were trying to confirm with the athletes to ensure that they're going to participate in the final. So, all right, welcome, welcome. And Eugene meeting record is 21.77. So Keisha, you said that's supposed to be butter for Shericka, right? I guess if she's still hitting close to the fours and want to go beyond, the 3-4, then That's going to be butter, I guess. But we'll see for sure. We'll definitely see with that one. All right, Ruren, back to you. All right, so Ruren will come in when he's able to. I'm just double checking the chat, not seeing any new comments coming in.
Well, Natasha, I'm back, sorry. But I know it's a fast track, so that adds another dimension. Talk about the athletes, and you raise a good point about the track. A lot of persons have run their PBs there, so obviously there's something about the track, and I guess the wind that it is there as well as legal. That makes life a lot, make things a lot more interesting as well. So it's an absolute, it's absolutely amazing to have so many good athletes in one race. Usually the diamond leagues aren't so interesting to follow in terms of not always have the best athletes there. But that's a pretty good field there for the 100 meters. In regards to the 200 meters, I still stand by the fact that Shericka is pretty much running against it. That's her challenge to see if she can beat the clock. But Gabby Gabby is doing well, but there are times when no matter how well you're doing, you're just outclassed by somebody who's better at the moment. And I think that's what's happening here. So, you know, it your Gabby might be, some persons might be looking at it and but Shericka is just in awesome form right now. Shericka is just in some good form. And as I always say, she's in such good form. Athletic is such a sport that is so demanding that if you are able to run records because you might get an injury next year and you're not able to get up this level. So do the best you can while you can. So as I said, as it relates to Shericka, I would just go out there and just run my best.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. In these moments, I agree. Definitely Shericka versus the clock. All right, so that's for sure there. All right, just double checking the chat. Not seeing any new comments.
But Natasha, I need this. We have all been talking about the scales, but it's good to see that the Blakes are made it through to the 100 meter. I think him and Johan is in there. That's what you showed. And the mystery man is there as well. I heard you talking about it earlier, and that's amazing to know that Thompson is in that race. Well, he's slated there, and hopefully he will run and measure up against Noah Lyles, who is currently the world champion. So that's a good test for him as well. So it's good to look at that from that point of view too, and see exactly how he'll do. Because it's a new crop of young men coming through for Jamaica, and we want to see what they're able to do. Johan is a veteran there. Let's see if he will be able to bring down that PB. So that's an interesting race as well. Probably not as hot as the women's 100, but that's not a bad feeling at all when you think about Lyles and Blake and both Blakes and even Thompson. That's a really nice field. I think is early in that race or Coleman.
Coleman, no Curly.
Oh boy. So it still could be a stronger race, but still a decent field. So it's going to be an interesting final round in the Diamond League.
Definitely for sure there. Yeah. All right, so I'm just checking the chat here. So guys, we have like another few minutes to go. So if you'd like to just call in and share, can take, a couple calls. All right, a couple quick calls. And on screen right now is the 100 meters for men entry list. And you can see Akeem Blake, Yohan Blake, and Kishane Thompson. So we're hoping to see Mr. Man. All right. And it's not so much of a mystery. Did a conversation about that. So if you missed that, you can definitely check that out on this channel. All right. If you're interested in football, I can give you some updates, coming in. All right, so Irwin High School 3-0. All right, so against Spot Valley there. So good going, Irwin. Well done, Spot Valley. And Black River, so Black River and Mannings, that was 1-1. All right. Happy Grove 5-0. So Happy Grove versus Port Antonio. So just some results there. Garvey Masio versus Foga Road, and that's 1-0 in favor of Garvey Masio. And St. George's College versus Pembroke Hall. St. George's 16-0. All right, so St. George's going on there with a bag of things. All right. Camperdown, Charlie Smith, 1-0 in favor of Charlie Smith. All right, so those are some, updates there for you. All right. Welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, welcome to another conversation. Let me just go back to the number on screen here. So if you'd like to phone in, would love to hear from you. All right, so you can call the WhatsApp number that is on screen. All right, we'll be signing out shortly. So for sure, we would love to hear from you. All right, so in this context, of a debate somewhat, Elaine, Sha'Carri, and Shericka, what are some expectations, and encouragement for these athletes moving forward? So will Elaine win given the improvement that you have seen, or is the case where Elaine is just taking it easy, doing her best, trying to run, each race at a time and assessing and trying to make some preparations for next year? In the context of Sha'Carri, she has I'll say something to prove, where I guess the Jamaicans are concerned, especially I guess Shericka, in trying to repeat that win in Budapest. and Shericka has a statement to make as well in the context of, I guess, showing us that she has what it takes to outrun Sha'Carri to the finish line. So would definitely love to hear from you if you're just tuning in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you have not yet subscribed, please hit the subscription button. So, Rurian, do you have any like final comments that you would love to share?
Yes, I just want the athletes to go out and do their best, just to, represent their brand in the best way they possibly can, and push themselves a little bit to see if there is anything left. If anything is left in the season for them, just to put that icing on the cake. Just to have a good time and enjoy themselves.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I'm just, circling in the chat there to see if I'm seeing any comments. Not, seeing any comments here. All right, not seeing much. So I'll just take you through the entry list and perhaps, sign out if we're not getting any further updates. But, again, the 100 meters, I guess that's going to be an exciting event to watch if we're going to see these three ladies as well as, others, and that will be coming up soon on your screen. All right. And as well, I'll just go to that and go to the other one. So just stay tuned and share in the chat. And again, we can take a couple of calls if you would like to phone in. All right. So I'll just move to the list again. Top General, welcome, welcome, and good night to you too. And Top General here is saying, imagine that all Jamaica, I guess Jamaica's sprinters, the purpose and the aim is to work on all components of sprinting, starting your finish for the female Richardson as top end speed. You must try to excel. All right. Thanks for sharing there, Top General. And again, as you can see, we're just going through the entry list. All right. Welcome if you're just tuning in. We're getting very close to wrapping up this conversation. If you'd like to call in and share, you can definitely do that. And here's the 400-meter hurdles for women entry list. Hello, hello. If you're just tuning in, welcome, welcome. We're pretty much, at the end of this live. I'm not seeing any calls coming in right now, and I am not seeing any new messages or comments in the live chat. All right. So for sure, we're going to just wrap this one up. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for sharing. All right. For sure, we'll have another conversation tomorrow and perhaps a bit earlier. So just turn on your post notification. I'll try to come on in the day tomorrow and perhaps in the evening when more persons are able to join as well, just based on updates. So if I get additional information, I'll just come on and share. All right. Thanks so much for coming over. Thank you for all your support. Just continue to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet hit that subscription button. And also turn on your post notification so that you do not miss any updates from this channel. All right. Thanks a lot for all your support. Blessings and love. Stay tuned, everyone. Turn on that post notification and select all. Please do not leave without giving this live a like. All right. So do not leave without giving this live a like. Stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Blessings and love.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you can listen to the different voices in education. Stay tuned.